Hi, everyone. My dad and I are having a great time making this podcast. We hope you all are enjoying it too. The Yankee Air Pirate has many more great stories to tell. Here's a short 4-minute behind the mic video in the Yankee Air Pirate's den while making episode number 1, A Bad Day. Rockets, how long did it take until you knew you had a problem?
Instantaneously, I knew I had a problem. The debris went into the engine, and the fire warning light came on, all kinds of caution lights, hydraulic fluid, and all of the other warning lights you had were flashing. The engine was chugging. It was just like it was passing gas from eating Boston baked beans instead of scrap metal. And I'm turning towards the ocean, trying to get as close as I can to the water. I'm 220 knots and 2,200 feet. It's amazing what sticks in your mind from the control panel. And I was going to ride the plane down as far as I could. It didn't make any sense to jump out and have them capture me. So I had to make a decision when the fire warning light came on instantaneously whether I would die like a man or get out of the airplane.
So when you started having trouble with the aircraft and flames were coming out of the intake, were you able to turn to head out over the water? How close were you to the water when all this took place?
Probably 5 miles from the shoreline, from the Gulf of Tonkin. And I started to turn, but it was obvious that I wasn't going to make it. And in that aircraft, when the fire warning light came on, you probably had about 30 seconds before the airplane was going to blow up. So you were either committed to dying like a man or bailing out and spending the next 25 years in jail.
Okay, so you got out, and your bad day didn't end there because you did not have real good luck when you landed with that parachute, as I understand it.
Well, that you were talking about that, but even before then, there's kind of a moral dilemma in getting out of the airplane because one, you're sitting on 1,200 pounds of JP5 fuel, and the rocket, the ejection seat is powered by a rocket.
Right.
I had a bad experience with a rocket out on the wing of the airplane, and this one's strapped to my ass. So I really had to go through a sort of a moral decision-making process, and what made me continue on to have the bad day was that I hearkened back to some motivating words that were issued to me by my wife in Lemoore, California, when I was leaving to join the ship and go over on this deployment. She took me from Hanford down to Lemoore Naval Air Station and dumped me out on the tarmac, and had you 3 kids in the back, Pat, Mike, and Charlie, and of course your youngest brother there, Charlie, he had just done a dump in his trousers, and in the San Joaquin Valley with that temperature, that's kind of a malodorous.
So you're looking forward to getting away for a cruise.
Well, there's a time to leave the piece of peace for the piece of war, and there's a good time to go to sea, and you weren't helping any. You were beating the living hell out of Michael.
But Mike deserved it, though.
Well, I wasn't about to judge that. I just wanted to get out. I gave your mother a peck in the cheek, and I'm running. I'm glad to get out of there at this point. And she yells after me these words that reach me in this turning, burning, churning cockpit some 10,000 miles away. And she says, "Don't you dare die and leave me with these 3 little bastards." And
I can see that.
Well, that's a commitment, and I did.
We hope you enjoyed the quick behind-the-scene look and that you keep listening to the Yankee Air Pirate podcast.